Hello friends, welcome to Made by Mal. I am Mal, and in this video we are making a tumbler inspired by this trend that I've seen for a really long time, and I guess you would call it like altered art. It's where you take a like famous piece of art or like very classical old paintings, and then you put hot pink painted words over them. You kind of like graffiti over the painting to make it a little bit more modern. I see these all over the place and I've always really liked the look of it. So we're going to take inspiration from that style of artwork and create a tumbler with that same sort of vibe. So I've got a glittered and epoxy tumbler here that I'm starting with. This glitter, don't ask me what it is because it's a custom mix and I don't know what's in it. But I'm using a white base tumbler, and this is a white like silvery iridescent glitter, so it's going to give us a perfect nice neutral background for the hot pink paint we're going to put right on the cup. I initially started working with this paint that obviously is not very opaque, so I ended up switching to an Arteza acrylic paint. These are a lot thicker and a lot more vibrant, so I'm going to use Magenta Light, again a Arteza acrylic paint. And I'm just going to go in, as you can see, and very roughly write my quote on my tumbler. I don't want to be too precise with this technique. I'm literally just going to block letter it up like I'm freehanding over a piece of art. I don't want to use vinyl. I didn't want to make this like too elegant or too buttoned up. I feel like the whole thing that makes this cool is that it literally just looks like you took a paint pen or took a paintbrush and just wrote your thoughts out on the old classic painting. I really like the contrast between the hot pink kind of like imperfect vibe with the perfect, beautiful, classical art. So that's what we're going for here. Very loose, very rough. I want it to look hand painted. I want rough edges. So I'm not trying to put any pressure on myself to make this perfect. The quote I chose to put on this tumbler is "Hot girls read." I really love this quote because I think, like, at least when I was growing up, reading wasn't always the coolest thing to do, and I think it's really made a resurgence. Reading is a cool and hot thing to do. So I like the quote "Hot girls read" because it's like, yeah, let's take back hot girls reading. I don't know. I'm in my reading era. I love everything reading themed, book themed. So that's the quote I'm using on my tumbler. You can use any sort of sassy or girl power or whatever quote you want to use if you choose to remake this design. The images that we're going to put on the cup a little bit later will all have an old school vintage kind of vibe, and then we'll throw some books in there too to stick with the reading theme, obviously. Once I'm done painting my letters on, I'm going to let this sit and dry for about an hour, and then I'll add a thin coat of epoxy over the paint to protect it from all of the next steps that we're going to do. We're going to do a kind of decoupage technique in the next steps, so I just wanted to make sure that that paint was well sealed before we go and Mod Podge and do all these things over it. I didn't want to risk scratching it or messing it up in any way, so just a really thin coat of epoxy over your paint will protect it from anything we are going to do next. I think I used maybe like 15 milliliters of Flynn Sisters Supply Shop Fast Cure Epoxy. So once that Fast Cure Epoxy is all cured, I'm going to go in with my little die cut images here. Now I just found these in my craft room. You can always print out your own images if you want. You can print them on computer paper and decoupage them on like we're going to do. If you want to use printable vinyl and cut them out, you can do that. You can use water slides, clear vinyl. You guys know I love that. Whatever method you prefer is totally fine for this. We're just going to layer a bunch of these images around the areas where there's no writing. So feel free to use any technique you're comfortable with. Now I chose to keep my imaging and my painting a little bit separate because I wanted to have that glitter element behind the lettering and not interpret the artwork exactly. But if you wanted to, you could reinterpret this design and do this entire like vintage decoupage thing around your entire cup. epoxy over it, and then do your paint letters if you want to copy the inspiration almost exactly, like do a literal translation. But I wanted to make it a little bit different, and I wanted to have a lot of glitter showing. So I painted my letters on first, and now we'll just work our images around basically like the second half of the cup, or like the other side of the cup. So we'll have the writing on one side and all our imagery on the other side to create a cohesive design. There's really no formula to this technique. I'm just going to take the images that I want to use and kind of working from the largest down to the smallest. I want to make sure that the images I really, really want on the cup get on there first, or that I leave room for them later if they're smaller. And what I'm going to do is take those images, brush a little bit of Mod Podge on the back, and then I'm going to adhere them to the tumbler and then immediately brush more Mod Podge over the top to seal them in. And I'm going to do this in a couple batches at a time. So I'll take my larger images and repeat this process over and over again. And then what I'm going to do is wrap my cup in some saran wrap or plastic wrap to help mold the images around the tumbler and prevent them from lifting. Now, if you're using like computer paper or anything thinner, these are kind of like cardstocky, they're a little bit thicker. So I want to help them lie flat on the cup. If you're using the computer paper or printable vinyl, obviously, or anything like super thin that will just mold around your tumbler, you can skip the saran wrap step, but the saran wrap is super helpful for preventing lifting if you're using a thicker material like I am here. When I'm ready to apply my saran wrap, I'm going to wrap my cup pretty tightly in it, making sure that all of my images are lying how I want them to lie. And then I'm going to let my cup sit and dry, or just sit for probably like an hour to an hour and a half. Now, not a lot of air is going to get into the Mod Podge, so it'll dry a little bit, but really what I want is just for it to mold those images to the tumbler, and then I'll remove the saran wrap and let that Mod Podge dry even further before I move on to my next round of elements. So once I've let that all dry, I'll do my second round of elements, repeating the exact same process again, and then we'll have all of our images molded to our tumbler and everything will be on there and stuck, and we'll go in with 2 more full coats of Mod Podge before we apply our epoxy. I want to make sure that I apply those 2 coats of Mod Podge over my cardstock and my images because I don't want any of the epoxy to seep through that paper. That'll make it just look like greasy and kind of like oil stained, if that makes sense. But adding those 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 coats of Mod Podge will help protect those images, and the epoxy won't penetrate through and give us that like greasy stained look. So be sure to add those coats of Mod Podge or glitter glue or whatever you want. Not a clear spray, that won't coat it enough. But Mod Podge or glitter glue is totally fine. Make sure you do those before you add your epoxy over your cardstock images. I waited about 30 minutes in between each of my Mod Podge coats, and then I waited probably, I think, a full 48 hours before I added any epoxy. I wanted to make sure that that Mod Podge was completely dry before I added epoxy over it. We don't want any clouding or issues with curing or anything like that. So after those final coats of epoxy, I did 2 over the cardstock. We are all done. So this is a super simple but very fun design. Again, you can do any sort of theme that you want here. I feel like there's a lot of options for taking this inspiration and really applying it in your own way. Like I said, you could put a full image around your tumbler and then paint over it. You could do this collage style with these vintage kind of art pieces and then paint over that. Or you can do what I did and really interpret it differently and make kind of a split tumbler design. So in any case, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to create something kind of fun and different that you may not have thought would work, but I really like how it turned out and I hope you do too. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you are not already. And if you want digital files from me, unique, created by me, brand new, never released, with exclusive files every month as well, you can join my file club and get at least 10 files delivered right to your inbox every single month. More information on that is included in the description box below, so be sure to check that out, and I'll see you next week for another video. Okay, love you. Bye.